Okay, so let's recap here real quick. Let's recap. So a long time ago, Logan Paul was never doing horrible shit. Everybody believes in an underdog story. They want to believe that people can turn over a new leaf. Logan Paul decided to take that newfound trust that he got with his community and decided to monetize that by making a game, promising that people they can make money off of it. They can hatch their eggs. They can get exclusive handmade NFTs to generate money off of. People lost hundreds, if not millions of dollars. The game launches. You cannot hatch eggs. The NFTs are not handmade, and the game isn't playable, and the money that you do make cannot be redeemed, meaning that he was lie after lie after lie after lie. Blames the devs, said the code got held up, says everyone is to blame but for himself. And now there's a new challenger that enters the battlefield, Eddie Ibanez, who apparently unlocks the piece of the puzzle, right? In case you didn't know this, NFTs are fucking stupid, right? Right? How's your dad, Jackie? He's a legend. What a random fucking question, right? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Then shall we begin? Part 2. Part 2. Let's fucking go.
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project.
By the way, anybody else noticing that like 6 months really isn't that long of a fucking time? Like, it's really fucking not. You know, like 6 months and $1 million for Logan Paul is practically fucking nothing. Yo, Canute, Fudge, yo! Good to see you. Yo, Canute, you trying to fucking play poker sometime, dog? You trying to play some fucking poker, bro? Yo, Canute, Fudge, y'all trying to make an NFT game that'll totally function, bro? I'm telling you.
CryptoZoo.co. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
I lost around $50,000 in cryptos.
I lost $40,000.
$500,000 Australian.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture. There's nothing I can do with it.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No.
We had an issue with CryptoZoo where our lead developer took the code.
I would be up to do one big crypto scam and just retire. Hey, Giga Chad. So, chat, let me tell you about this new game that I'm making, right? So, pretty much, this is the really cool thing, is that the more money you put into the game before it launches, the more you'll get when it launches. So, if anybody wants to, like, send me some fucking money, I'm telling you, when the game comes out, you'll definitely get your money back, bro. Lawman, yo, I'm telling you, bro, it's gotta be worth, right? That's just gotta be worth. Okay. Eggy Love, okay, I trust you. Corpa, okay, I invest. Where do I send the money to? No way. Yeah, it's called, I'm going to steal all of your money. This is a scam.
That he made, fled to Switzerland, actually fled to Switzerland and like held it hostage.
Made your new emote, Eggfather? What'd you make? Bald ass? Bro, what the fuck is that, bro? What the fuck is that, bro? Balding, dick tone, bald ass. Bro, I'm not enabling this shit. This is so cringe. I'm not enabling it. The nose? I'm pretty sure it's the only one that's not Photoshopped. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Enable it? Nah, fuck that. Alright, whatever. Who the fuck? What a gross fucking emote. Thanks, I guess, man. Thanks.
It's for $1 million.
He literally never gave me anything at all, ever. Eddie promised me, 5% of tokens. And $1 million. He literally never paid me.
Wait a second. Who's Eddie? I thought that all of this was Logan Paul. What's
Am I
this random
crazy?
guy
Or
doing
like
in...
anybody ever offered me like $1 million to do anything like flat? I just like wouldn't believe them. Like not 980, not 1.1 mil, just a flat mil. I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you.
Logan Paul's project. And who is he? Who is Eddie Ibanez?
It's the one dude who stole the jawbreakers from that cul-de-sac.
To begin answering the question of who Eddie
You know, Ed and Eddie Ibanez?
is, I decided to take a deep dive.
I started by looking through all the news articles I could on Eddie, where I found out he graduated from MIT and from there became a data scientist and cybersecurity expert and used that technical background to win a Super Bowl for the Eagles. And there were videos on him too, which all painted him as brilliant and extremely accomplished.
Yes, hi, my name's Eddie Ibanez.
Who?
I'm the father of three, lead developer here at CryptoZoo.
As a teenager, he successfully hacked AOL from his bedroom. He continued to pursue computer science until attending MIT.
Soon.
He was then recruited out to work for a government agency in cybersecurity, developing software that reverse engineers the location of known government and terrorist threats.
You started with the federal government, and you started off really tracking criminals with.
Bro, isn't that Bernie Sanders? The fuck's he doing here?
Burner phones and all.
Honestly, after this whole search, I felt more confused than ever. If Eddie's such an amazing guy, why didn't he pay developers? And is he really the puppet master behind CryptoZoo? Or is it someone else? Honestly, I felt like at this point I needed a drink and I needed to ask for help.
Coffee, how's it going?
Hey, Tootsie, I hope we're well.
Not good.
Yo.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I'm confused about this.
Ain't no way this man CGI'd a fucking robot bartender so he could talk about Logan Paul being a shithead. The production quality is crazy.
Eddie Ibanez guy. He comes out of nowhere with this CryptoZoo story and everything about him I find seems great.
So, what's the problem?
Well, everything's not great. Everything about this guy just seems too perfect. He's an MIT grad, he works for the military. He even claims he won a Super Bowl. Why would that guy work for Logan Paul?
I don't know, but I can find out. You said his name is Eddie Ibanez?
I think he goes by Eduardo technically, but wait, what are you doing?
I'm just looking around.
Oh god, he's going schizo!
And done.
Well, what'd you find?
So I put up a quick Google search into Eduardo Ibanez.
Nice names.
Few red flags, couple of misdemeanors. Ooh, a few court cases. I'll
What?
send him over. He got sued by his landlord for not paying rent, sued by his credit card company for not paying his bill.
You can skip that stuff. I just need whatever's relevant to CryptoZoo.
Well, that's basically it. Other than, hold on. No, wait, I did find something. Look.
What?
Look at this.
What's this?
Man, this guy is really stalling to hit the 8-minute mark to get the fucking ad incentive, bro.
It's from a paper in Philly. I barely picked it up.
Oh, by the way, huge thing. If anybody wants to get full value of their Prime, it's the beginning of the month. You might want to use it. Seeing a lot of unused Primes here. Vertikin, boats, ankles, Suvikian, let's see here. Let's find another Prime. Gulas. Make sure to use those Primes. Kind of weird that you have one, you're not using one, you're going to waste it. Hey, yo, Jubweez and Deadman. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that.
This reporter says Eddie's entire story is fake.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, the whole Eddie Ibanez character. This guy Adam Robb investigated it. He says it's a lie.
What?
I gotta find this guy. Send me his info. I got some
His
calls to make.
entire existence is
That's
fake.
right, ladies and gentlemen. We met up with Adam Robb, the reporter who's been investigating Eddie
What?
Ibanez for a while now. And I wanted to know, what did Adam think of him when they first met?
Don't
I wasn't
tell me
quite sure what to
do.
make of him. Based on what I knew about him, he was a MIT grad who went on to work for the CIA and the Defense Department, and I didn't want to waste his time. And
Suki, yo!
It wasn't long after I sat down that I realized he was wasting my time.
Can you tell me about some of the lies Eddie told you?
Eddie has told me so many lies over the course of my 2 interviews with him, and the first lie he told me is probably the oldest lie that he's told so many people, which is
No fucking way he claimed to be he faked being an orphan? Holy shit. What the fuck? Fake orphan?
is that he's an orphan. I first realized Eddie might be lying to me when I went
What is even the point? Why did you link Sear?
home the next day and Googled Eddie Ibanez's family. I found a video of Eddie and his
Guys,
wife
come
making rice pudding on a Fox and Friends segment on Fox News. And Eddie's wife, Jackie, explained that she learned the recipe from Eddie's mother.
If you lie about being a fucking orphan, what will you not lie about?
So in the picture, you've got Jackie Ibanez. You know her along with her husband Eddie and her 2 little girls. You love rice pudding. Why is this a family recipe?
Okay, so Eddie's mom made this rice pudding once.
Wait, Eddie?
You mean adoptive mom, right? I mean, they mean adoptive mom.
Eddie's mom. I thought Eddie was an orphan. Well, it turns out the only problem with that is that not only does his mom exist, she's alive and in his life. And it turns out it wasn't just Adam that heard this story either. He told it a lot.
Did you ever meet his mother or his parents?
I did meet his mother.
Did he ever tell you he was an orphan?
Yes.
How did he square that with you?
So that's why I'm so confused. He told me he was an orphan and all this stuff, but then I meet his mom.
He told me he was an orphan, and then I met his mother, is quite the string of words. But as insane as...
Hey, yo, both my parents are dead. You want to meet one? We're going to Burger King. I mean, I don't know which one I prefer. Either one, the mom actually be dead, or the idea that motherfucker about to bring a corpse to go get a burger and fries.
These lies are, let's be real, it doesn't...
I mean, at this point, he's got to cover it up. He's got to hide the evidence. There's only one thing to do, buddy. You better have to send those motherfuckers to the gulag.
Explain why CryptoZoo failed. But the next lies kind of do, because part of...
Or maybe he's a warlock and did a summoning ritual to bring them back from the dead.
Eddie's story is also that he went to MIT, where he was recruited to the CIA. And it's part of why he was so attractive as a lead...
Yo, what up, divorce guy? Yo.
...developer. All the wild experiences that he had had. But it's just not true.
I emailed the MIT registrar's office and I asked if Eddie Ibanez attended the school, and...
Look at this shit, Lamau. What? Logan Paul responded, TLDW. What was this? 4 hours ago? Okay, we will watch this. We will read this after. I don't want to spoil anything.
They confirmed in absolute terms that he never attended MIT.
That's right. The whole orphan to MIT origin story, it wasn't true. And Eddie's whole backstory from here kind of falls apart as well. How could he have been recruited to a government agency out of MIT if he never went to MIT? If this is all seeming crazy to you...
Dude, this is the exact same mentality that I have about life. You don't need to be good at anything. You don't need to do anything good. You don't need to be a good person. You just have to make people think that you're a good person, right? Like, that's just how it works. Perception is reality. Actual feats mean nothing. If you can get people to believe that you've already won, it's ridiculous. And that's how people fucking get manipulated by like people like fucking Andrew Tate, bro, because they speak with such confidence, such charisma. It doesn't matter who Andrew Tate is because people won't believe anything he fucking says. Except I don't think human trafficking is good.
You might ask yourself, who would believe all this? And this is where Eddie shines. He kind of had a gift for getting people to...
It's like people who actually believe that Emaru isn't moist critical. Like, it's literally the same fucking person. I can't believe we're in 2023 and people still believe that they're actually different streamers.
Believe in the lies he told. Especially super rich and powerful people for some reason. Like, take for instance, this story. Him winning the Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles. He managed to convince the owner of the New York Yankees that it was true, Barry Klarberg, who completely bought into it without question and told the same story later in a college seminar.
Let's jump right into the work that you did for the Philadelphia Eagles, which led to a Super Bowl championship, led to you getting a Super Bowl ring. Yep. Tell us exactly what your job was to do for them and how it worked out.
No, sure thing. So first off, they said like, we don't know where to put you, but and then the sports science guy was the one guy. He's like, hey, I got some data. I'm interested. So so we took in his data, and
so here's the reason why I know this guy is manipulative. There is no fucking way that this guy's audio is being recorded out of a Apple headset with no background noise and no peaking at all. This man is pretending to use a microphone that he's not using. This man is a fucking manipulator.
And we found out that these players, what happens is it's like a player, as they run around, they get at certain fatigue levels. So if you ever played Street Fighter, the video game, there's like a red bar at the top, and every time you get hit, that red bar goes down until you die, KO, right? So then we're trying to figure out kind of what that is for a player, and on an injury level, right? There's an injury part that gets knocked down and that gets KO'd.
This is insane. He convinced an owner of the Yankees that he won a Super Bowl by turning sports athletes into Street Fighter characters. And of course, none of it's true. The Philadelphia Eagles responded to a fact check saying he never worked for their player analysis team. Not only that, the Eagles also said that Eddie did try to do an in-person presentation in March of 2018.
Right, the game's a lie, the people's a lie, the payment's a lie, NFTs are a lie. So it's almost like everything and everyone in this never existed. It's like women in VR chat. It's insane.
But that was already a month after the Eagles had already won the Super Bowl. And also they didn't hire him because of course not. Meaning there's no way this story is true. And yet he's convinced people at the highest levels of sports that it is. And this is where we get back to CryptoZoo, of course, because it's how he got involved with that project. Remember Jeff Levin, Logan's manager, who we spoke to last time? Well, he also spoke to Adam Robb. And when he told him the reasons he liked Eddie, they sounded very familiar.
And did he tell you, I guess, kind of like about like working with the NFL and that kind of stuff and the whole, like his time in the CIA and all that?
He did. And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild, you know, like that's pretty cool. But he's, once again, he's humble and he's not like ever bragging or anything like that.
Wait, but he is bragging. He literally made it all up. The CIA, NFL stories aren't true. How could that not be bragging? But that's the impression Eddie gave off. But that's not all. Because Eddie didn't just use made-up stories to get in with the CryptoZoo team. He also used his other connections, his real millionaire and billionaire friends that he's managed to gain with all these fake stories. And some of them vouched for him. People like Chris Birch and Todd Morley.
Oh! And what was the thing that kind of like sold you on Eddie? Was it the fact that like Chris and Todd and people like that kind of like have backed him in the past?
Bro, this is the crazy. It's like on the fucking internet, dog. Like everybody believes everything before they do any amount of research for themselves. It's insane. The amount of people I see getting blasted for shit that doesn't fucking exist or never happened is insane. It is insane. Like, there's this whole fucking guilty until proven fucking innocent mentality. It's so fucking ass backwards. And it paints the parallels right here where somebody says, oh yeah, I did this, and this. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't research it, why the fuck would you believe them? Is it because they're pretty? Is it because he has a fucking nice fucking smile? Is it because he drives a fucking Bugatti? No, bro. Like, fucking research your shit, dog. It is truly not hard. Chat, I have a 12-inch cock, believe me.
And like,
I just think he's a down-to-earth, cool, humble guy.
Okay.
Who's been super successful. They're trying to do an agenda, and he's just kind of like, hey, look, I'm super smart at what I know, and I have amazing relationships through business that I've done.
It's incredible. I mean, how does this guy keep getting away with it? Honestly, it's baffling. But I've got to say, up till now, everyone's been fooled sort of fair and square on the same grounds. But I found out CryptoZoo did have an advantage that could have saved them all this trouble the whole time.
So a month before the launch of CryptoZoo, I got on the phone with Jeff Levin, Logan Paul's manager. And after he spoke fondly of Eddie and his work, I confronted him about some of Eddie's lies, including how he didn't work for the NFL. Jeff told me he doesn't know much about the NFL, but he knows about the business world. And Chris Birch and Todd Morley vouched for Eddie. And so Jeff and Logan were going to continue working with him.
Have you ever verified that anything Eddie said about himself is true?
We verified that it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely talk to people.
Okay.
And his friends and, you know, people that he said he has relationships with, which we've confirmed them for sure.
Okay, because I had trouble with some of that, like, with the NFL, like, saying that, like, no, we've never worked with him, and that kind of thing. But you've had...
The NFL saying that?
Yeah.
Like, who at the NFL?
The comms teams for the Eagles and the Dolphins. And then the people specifically that he named that he said he worked with.
Got it. I don't know necessarily the football stuff.
Okay.
You know, I don't have relationships in the football world.
Sure.
But in the business world, you know, we've definitely... you know, talk to multiple people.
Like Todd and Chris, and they backed him.
Correct.
Wait a second. This means at minimum, Jeff knew about Eddie's background beforehand, or part of it, and still decided to go with it. This is just unbelievable, willful stupidity. And since Jeff is Logan's manager...
Oh, bro, this man has weaponized his own stupidity against himself, dog. Bro, that's like walking. That's like stubbing your toe at day. That's like intentionally stubbing your toe and still getting mad at the table, bro. Like, open your eyes and avoid. How is that even possible? Right? Like, good lord.
I assume him and the team should have known about this as well, but still, they went forward with it, even though they knew this stuff before
launch.
Like
hitting a parked car.
I started to reach out for comments about this because obviously this is a huge deal. But when I did, I got a call from somebody new, someone with a different perspective that I hadn't heard from before. Jake, the Crypto King. He's been involved with some of Logan's projects in the past, like Pokemon, for example. He was called the collectibles guru a few years ago. Nowadays, he goes by Crypto King, and he's an advisor for the Crypto Zoo project. So let's add him to the conspiracy board. But the question is, what did he have to say? I took a call with him, and he mostly wanted to talk off the record. But when I pressed him...
He wanted to talk off the record. I told him, no, I'm good.
He was willing to at least put one thing on the record. Right. One more thing about Eddie before we get off of him. We actually...
the biggest reason it failed, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to ever be thought that Logan's the reason it failed. He's not. Logan wasn't smart enough for what he tried to build. And then when it was built and was failing, didn't have the ability to correct
Yo, Monkey, tell this up.
Face and reputation. It was more convenient to pull out than to be associated with a failing project that the dev rocked. So I could put that one sentence on the record.
Well, that is certainly emphatic.
Okay.
Crypto King says it's all Eddie's fault. And this is a nice, neat theory for us. You know, Eddie ruined everything because, yeah, Eddie is a liar. So it does seem to explain how these developers got screwed. Okay. But this theory doesn't fit all the facts because Eddie was kicked off the team months ago. And still, the game is not working, despite Logan claiming they were going to go back and fix all the problems.
Bro, I swear to God, if Logan's response is him just blaming every single person except for himself, I'm going to fucking vomit, bro. Let me message Miz real quick. Also, bro, fucking still huge props to fucking Mizkip for rating me, even though I absolutely ransacked everybody in Mario Party yesterday. And then still got fucking scammed by S-Fan's lucky ass.
Again, retroactively working to make these projects right. And this takes time, bro. It just takes time. Development takes time.
Working backwards to fix things, which isn't ideal, but also this project will speak.
Using this chance to tell everyone to read in.
Pug, yeah, dude, if you like big projects, I still have the biggest announcement of my entire career to make. I swear to God, it's not a crypto scam. I swear to God, it's not a crypto scam. But something I'm really excited to tell you guys about. And it will not require any of y'all's money. It's a free announcement. It's not merch. It's not making a game. It is a big announcement for something that I get to do for my foreseeable future. And I might also have a new huge announcement for a new type of content that I might be starting that might involve something that y'all like a lot. But it's going to be badass. It's going to be badass.
For itself.
And now, we're working backwards to try to fix it.
This just hasn't happened. Even a year from launch, the game just doesn't exist. What's worse is the newest dev team who came on after Eddie just quit. And one of the reasons was they hadn't been paid for over a month. I know this because Logan's team is leakier than the...
Okay, now a month really isn't that bad. Once it's 90 days, that's bad. The majority of contracts for payment scheduling is generally a net 30, net 60, or net 90, which means upon completion, within 30, 60, or 90 days, you will get paid. So 30 days truly isn't that bad, depending on what the specifications of the contracts are. So right here, I don't want to be like, oh my God, not paying for 30 days. Like, that is quite normal. That is quite okay, personally. I'm not sure if y'all know the contractual obligation lingos, but that is generally how it goes.
Titanic, and someone told me that. But we also have blockchain evidence. This is Jeff, paying Block Ops, the company they hired out, on July 19th. They were supposed to redo all this work. It's confirmed by their leader, Skip, talking about a first monthly payment on that day. But after that, there's nothing until they quit on September 26th in a post called Our Departure from CryptoZoo. Now, I do have to say, it does look like they were eventually paid, but only a day after they quit. And this is just the same problem as before, slightly different. Nobody can pay these devs on time, and investors end up getting nothing. And so I can't buy into the idea that Eddie's at fault for everything, because when Eddie was gone, they had a lot of the same problems. Now, it was only at the point that this dev team quit, Block Ops, that things really took a turn. Because if the Titanic was leaking before, now it was sinking, and everyone basically gave up hope. You know, from every direction, I started getting messages from all the investors who felt betrayed, who up to this point were holding on to hope. Now they felt defeated. They felt tricked by the CryptoZoo team who had fed them promise.
Well, it's not that they felt it, and I hate that phrasing. And coffeezilla, you're doing an amazing job. But like, terminology here is very important. It's not that they felt tricked, not that they felt lied to. It's that they were, and like that is the severity of what is happening, right? It's little nuances like that can make a big difference when explaining yourself. Like, they were absolutely fucked
after promise, and they were sick of it.
He was never in the chat or anything, never apologized.
Yeah, one time.
Told us anything.
Things didn't work out. Things didn't work out. We all get that. But to continuously lie, lead people on, hype people up, to put more money in, all the while in the background, things are going down, things are hitting the fan, and you've left us holding the bag.
I know it was my decision, and I did my research, but I believe nobody has to lose money in this way.
And that's when a whistleblower stepped forward and decided enough was enough.
Snitch!
They decided to leak me
Fucking snitch!
team messages from the CryptoZoo team from all the way back in the beginning when they thought of this idea, all the way up to launch. And seeing that, it changed everything. Because all of a sudden, I got a lot of new information. Remember how Jake, the Crypto King, said Eddie was the only problem? Well, a year ago, he was saying something very different. On the day of launch, he said this to the group. Logan, you stole 40 million in tokens from me.
Holy shit!
You are a scam artist. You are a liar, and you betrayed your own community. You aren't that guy. Logan replies, oh, Jake, trust me, bro. I am that guy.
You're gonna change this whole story.
Bro, did you just clickbait an extra 60-minute video for the very, like, ending that you promised in the last video? Trust me, bro. I am that guy. How does it get any worse than this? And what could they have possibly been saying to attempt to vindicate? What could they possibly be saying?
Yeah, I'll go on the record for you, and yes, I'm going to show you the text message that said we can sell at these ascending market caps, and that it's not like I was trying to run a project. It's like I put $250,000 into a project plus 6 months of time, and the founder never did anything he said he was going to do, and then hired a bunch of devs that didn't do what they were going to do. And every time I gave advice, the advice was I was told. So there was nothing illegal about that. Ethically, arguable. The rest that Logan did to me was ethically wrong and illegal.